Hello my art viewers, welcome to my channel The Art of Inside Impressions. Today we are going to learn how to draw flowers using various shapes. Here I am drawing various shapes by which you can draw various flowers. So I am almost satisfied with the shapes. We'll quickly see what kind of flowers we can do with the shapes. The main focus of this video is to learn flowers using shapes. So this is an easy process to learn any type of diagram. So before going to the actual process, I want to wish happy Raksha Bandhan to my art family. So let's start with the basic flower. So this is a basic flower using 5 lines. So after these lines are done, join the line with the shape which is like already practiced in the upper section. Make sure you are filling the 5 gaps using this shape. So after filling, we'll see we need to draw a stigma in between this hibiscus flower. So attach the 3 lines using a curve and draw it with a stigma. After you draw a stigma, make sure you're not having any gaps in between the flower. So after that, locate the anthers for the stigma. After you're done with anthers, we'll draw stem. So first draw ovary and then attach with stem. So attaching part will almost look like bud shape. So that will practice later. So that is just simple bud. You can draw it easily, I guess. So my hibiscus is ready with a tiny leaf. So for the next flower, we are practicing shapes in advance in order to get a perfect flower. So almost the same shapes, but we are using a cylindrical shape here. So if you're already comfortable with the shapes, you can skip this process and you can directly jump into the flower. So we'll look into the flower now. As shown in the shapes, we'll draw a cylindrical shape in between and we'll attach it with a wavy line and draw it in a circular form. And when it is done, locate the stigma in between the flower. So that part is done, we'll look into the petals. So petals will be like curve shape. So we'll draw initial lines and we'll attach with these wavy lines. So follow the process. So here if you observe, I'm thinking to draw each petal. That is, I'm calculating the gap between each petal. That should be almost same so that your flower will look beautiful. So here I could draw 5 petals. So I'm attaching it with a wavy shapes. So that is the shapes. So my flower is looking somewhat incomplete. So I want to add a petal on the top. Okay, done. So next we'll draw a stem. So this is the flower. So I'm done with this flower. We'll move to the other flower. So again I'm specifying the shapes which are used to complete these flowers. Again our process to see shapes before drawing a flower. So first draw the shapes and using the shapes we'll draw the complete flower. So this will be easy process in practicing for the beginners. So my shapes are ready. So I'm drawing flower below. So my suggestions are practice the shapes properly in order to get a perfect flower. So if you are not comfortable with a one go for twice or thrice. So this is ready. I am locating stigma. So after locating stigma, we'll draw stem down. And sorry for the inconvenience, my stem is not visible here. So let me adjust the camera so that the stem is visible. So I gave a tiny leaf effect to the stem so that it will look beautiful. So if you want to specify the stamen, draw the pollens. So that is optional. You can skip this. So I am done with pollens. So I am giving a basic shading for the petals in order to look somewhat realistic. So if you observe, we are going from basic to somewhat advanced. So that is, I'm taking from the basic outline to shading. So this video is completely to draw a perfect picture using a basic shapes. Can you guess the next flower using these shapes? It's an easy task, I guess. Here again we are practicing shapes. So now we require a U shape and a wavy line. Any quick thoughts about this flower before starting? Okay, let's see the flower. So that is nothing but tulip. These wavy lines are almost used everywhere. So we can use these wavy lines to make various shapes. So after this U shape is connected with wavy lines, then fill in the flower with the partitions. After segregation, it will look in this way. So attach the lines properly and connect the flower with stem. So that will look in this way, a small stem. If you want to attach a tiny leaf, you can do it, or else you can attach with a bud, small bud. I'm using a small tiny bud, so it will look really great. Done with this one. So we'll see the next flower. Before seeing, we'll practice shapes. So again, the circular shapes, the oval, the left, the right, the upward, the downward, all the circular shapes we'll use for this flower. Guess the flower? So that is sunflower. So attach the practiced shapes to the center, that is to the oval, and fill in completely. So do it until you are done. So I'll complete it as fast as possible. So after this, I'm filling the gaps with tiny petals. Repeat this process until you are satisfied. After that is done, attach a stem and a leaf. Next, I want to share a small tiny branch. Attach it with flowers and leaves. So that will be our practice exercise of previous flowers. You can pick one flower and you can choose a different kind of leaves and you can draw it according to your wish. So as this is a practice exercise, so let me make it faster. So initially I am drawing small buds, and after that I'll draw leaves and flowers to look more like a branch full of flowers and leaves. If you observe this flower, we already practiced this flower in previous page. So I'm making this branch attractive using small dots and some lines. So you can make according to your wish, and it is not restricted to do or not to do something or other. So our practice exercise is done. So we'll see the other shapes which are used to draw the next flower. So this is similar to the first one, but something different than the first one. So let us look. So here we are starting with a circle which is filled in and attach dots using tiny lines. So that will look in this way. So after that, give in partition to the flower. So after doing that, attach with a wavy line. The same process. This is type of chrysanthemum flower. You can give right partitions in order to look as a perfect flower, but it is not restricted to give a right petals. You can add different petals which is slanting, which is bent. So you can add few shadings, so that is really optional, or you can go with the basic one. So I'll add stem to this flower. So that is tiny stem. You can give from the center, or you can also give from the like other direction. So we are done with the flower. So we'll look into other shapes which are required to draw other flower. So guess the flower. I think it is easy to guess. So these are basic shapes required. So we'll look into the flower. So any guesses? Okay. So that will be a rose, a basic rose, from which you can develop a realistic one. So this is a bud. So you can add values, that is you can add petals from different directions. Here I am also giving few shades. So next I am adding few petals on the top, and attaching that petal you can add a line. So you can develop a rose in this way. So that petals will be intersecting with each other, so that will build into a flower. So you can add this stem and a leaves with the attachment of ovary. So that is rose. So using the same shapes, we can also develop a lotus. Okay, we'll start with it. So start from the middle and add petals from the sides. So that will be easy. So other petal, and towards the left add few other petals. Done. So you can add leaves and stem. Yes. So this is a basic lotus, and add stigma in the center. If any adjustments, you can redo it or erase it. You can also add value to the leaves by giving a basic shading, and we are done. So don't forget to give credits to your artwork. Write your name at the end. Thanks for watching this video. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and tap the bell icon to get new notifications.